Hello and welcome once again to the Dr. Zeero free magic secret show, where we investigate all forms of magic. And today we're going to have an inclusive episode for yet another marginalized group, in so many instances, the transgender community. So this is about transgender issues in relation to witchcraft. And this is an article by someone called Rhiannon McBride. And the article is called Transgender Questions Among Witches and Pagans. Western European pagan beliefs and practices have survived centuries of deadly persecution and abuse to arrive at last in a time when we can enjoy worshiping the old gods in relative freedom. Even in modern times, though, many pagan people still report experiencing discrimination in societies dominated by mainstream religions. And while oppression serves to strengthen bonds among the victimized, transgender pagans suffer additional discrimination within the pagan community itself. Multiple and complex issues affect transgender witches and pagans. The dichotomy of gender-specific events and the dilemma of inclusion or exclusion are keenly felt by those who already feel ostracized in their daily lives. Transgender individuals attending large public pagan festivals and gatherings have found themselves barred from some women's or men's rituals and events. Although many craft groups welcome pagans and witches regardless of their gender identity, some accept only cisgender people to participate in their rites. The division that ensues is a thorny problem for the pagan community at large. Do the rights and desires of either group supersede those of the opposing position? We cherish our freedom to enjoy the company of kindred souls, to associate and work with others of like mind. This very human need for fellowship with a select group with whom we are comfortable in is the foundation of friendships, social circles, clubs, and covens. The flip side of the closed group coin is the exclusion of non-members. The element of exclusion defines a closed group. Private groups have convened throughout human history and are generally accepted as a normal part of life. At large events, however, which are billed as public and open, attendees may expect featured activities to be open to all, and exclusively can become a divisive issue. Those attending a restricted event feel they are in their rights to meet with whom they wish, while specific exclusion is felt by transgender attendees as transphobic prejudice, sexism, and rejection. In traditional witchcraft, the binary division of roles in rituals and initiations can be problematic for transgender witches. Everything from casting the circle to the alternating male-female order of witches in the dance is defined by gender in traditional witchcraft. A priest initiates a female witch, a priestess initiates a male witch. What happens when a witch transitions to the gender they identify with after initiation? In traditions that emphasize the legitimacy of descending lines in rigid terms, some may question the letter of the law validity of roles of a transgender witch filled before their transition. If the transgender witch was always really the opposite gender, was it actually a priest or was it a priestess who performed that role in a given event? The real question is, of course, does it matter? One perspective adheres to the written rule, once a witch, always a witch, regarding initiations, the permanence of the transformation being legendary. It cannot be undone. Another view questions the validity of an initiation if all required elements were not exactly provided. Was that witch really witched? Some transgender witches are comfortable with their personal magical history as it is. If they are in a supportive group or groups that accept their personal experience and assessment, harmony prevails. Other transgender initiates of traditional craft choose to go back and repeat the steps of initiation with priesthood they feel appropriate to their corrected gender. After all is said and done, it is up to the witch. Rising from the burning times, witches have survived centuries of oppression, violence, and death. But in today's world, pagan folk of all walks have the opportunity to forge bonds with each other and build a strong, vibrant alliance. Working together with respect, love, and trust, the pagan community has the strength and solidarity to overcome fear and discrimination and become a place of peace and understanding where we can all come home. So that was, again, Rhiannon McBride with that short segment. So I wanted to add that. People feel inclusive. At the Dr. Zeero Free Magic Secrets Show, you can use any pronoun you want, and everyone is welcome here. So with all that said and done, here's a sparkling little fanciful outro for you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.